What's up, YouTube? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Vars. And we're back again for another segment of Behind the Wheel. We're down here in, what is this? Pembroke Pines, Florida, on a nice, beautiful, sunny evening. And we got your boy, Chris, 300C right here.
My Instagram handle is 300S Chris.
300S Chris. Follow him on underscore. Follow him on IG, y'all. Go ahead. You know, and this part of the segment, we want to get to know who the guy is behind the wheel. We see these cars all the time, but we don't know who's driving them. A lot of people want to know who's driving them. Whose car is that? So now we're trying to put some respect on my dog name. So we're going to sit here and chop it up for him for a second. And here we go. So what's up, Chris? Tell us about yourself, man. What got you in the cars?
Let's see. My love for cars came through my team, my dad, my uncle, my family. They got me into cars, even though I was playing sports in high school and shit like that.
Right.
They kind of showed me the way of the car game and like, yo, do this, not this. Try this, don't try that.
Right.
They kind of like pushed me into the game.
Okay.
A little bit more better.
So, what's your favorite car?
This one right
Obviously, right? I mean, that goes without saying, right?
Yeah.
So, you're a Mopar fan? Are you a Chevrolet fan? Are you a Ford fan? Obviously, we know you got the Mopar here, but you know what was your go-to car? Did you have one?
My go-to car was a Chevy S10.
Chevrolet.
I always liked small pickup trucks. I always had a love for them, but it's just something about the Mopars that really grasped me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like they say, it's Mopar or
No car.
there it is. I ask a lot of people, what's their influence in the car community? But I'm starting to ask them, how is the car community influencing them? So are you being influenced by the car community in any way? It doesn't matter how, but in any way. Does the car community influence you any way to do what you do?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
Because it's not every day you see a Crashes 300 on a drag pack.
Yeah.
And it's like every meet I go to, I have at least 20, 30 people coming up to me.
See what I'm saying? And I just say that? But hey, that's why we doing this.
At least 20, 30 people coming up to me, asking me questions, taking pictures, tagging me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and such forth. So it's like every meet I go to, it's just I get questions, I get looked at, I get pictures taken, and people pull me to the side, asking me what's done to the car, what inspired you to do it, how long did the process take, when did you get the car, how long you had the car. It just things like that they ask me.
Well, I remember when you first got this car, and I've watched this transformation that you've done. And listen, you're younger than me. I'm sure a lot younger than me. How young are you anyway?
24.
See what I'm saying? When I was 24, I had a bucket Caprice and all the way down to Opelika somewhere, man. I never would have thought that I would be where I'm at today. Now, my car by no means is up to this. We're not even going to talk about it, but what I'm getting at is, you young cats are inspiration to us older guys, because you're just showing us, even though we're older, you're also showing us that no matter what age, you can do it too. You know what I mean? You got the will, you got the know-how. At some point, you decided to follow Big Brother somewhere. And Big Brother gave you the tools and what you need to do to get to where you at. Now he gets to watch you actually succeed in what you want. And that's a circle. That's a circle of love right there, man, and you can't beat that, Speaking of your car, tell us about it. What is your car?
It's a Chrysler 300S. It's a 2015.
2015.
When I was looking for a car, a Mopar, I wanted a Scat Pack.
Okay.
But then I sat back and I thought about it. I was like, no, this is not me. So the 300, I always had a love for 300s.
All right.
It runs in my blood like no other.
In veins.
Yes, correct. When I first got it as a V6, and then from what we transformed it into what it is today, is just unbelievable. And I can't thank nobody but my team, my sponsors, my friends, my family, and everybody that's been involved.
Of course, man. You know, you your legend almost precedes you a little bit, man, because you know, when we see you on the race flyers, when I see you on your IG, and I'm looking at your car do a wheel stand from the tree line, you know, I'm like, man, this guy's really got something major going on here. You know, you're so young, man. Imagine how far you can really go. You know, when you put your heart into it, and that's a testament. Never give up on your dreams, man. You know, you gotta wake up at some point to bring the dream into a reality, but never give up on your dreams, man. And you, young brother, did exactly what you dreamed.
Correct.
You know, and I'm sure the dream not over.
Nah, we got some more things planned.
Okay, so what kind of a person are you now than you was yesterday? Now that you have your car where you, and we're gonna get into the car in a minute. This is just a little preliminary, you know, conversation that we having with them, and then we're gonna walk over to the car. So we're gonna get there. Y'all just be patient. Who are you now today versus who you were when you purchased your car?
When I purchased my car, I kind of knew the Mopar game a little bit through friends and family and such worth.
Right.
But now it's just I really take time to step back and think how humble I am and the humble person I am to have my team and everybody behind me who pushes me to be the person I am behind the wheel.
That's what's up. And you know, my story has been told 1,000 times. You know, I'm a big Chevrolet fan. Now, it's no secret that I come from Chevrolet. You know, I had kids. I had a Camaro. Let's start there. And I have 2 kids. Doesn't really work out in the back of a Camaro like they advertise, I guess. So let's just say I had to switch it up too. And like you know, you saw what you wanted and you went after it. So again, when I joined the Mopar family, I gained another family. You know, the community by a stretch. It's like Mopar and no car. You hear it screamed throughout our cinema. You hear it in our music. You see it amongst your peers. All the car clubs, like most of the car clubs, most of the domestic car clubs down here in South Florida are pretty much Mopar based.
Correct.
Not completely Mopar, but Mopar based. I would say that most of the cars in that domestic car club, any domestic car club that you could think of or name, would be considered most of Mopars. And that would be Chryslers, 300s, your Chargers, Challys, Rangos, Jeeps, you know, so forth and so on. You know, but I gotta hand it to you, Chris. You're the only car that I see like this. I have not seen, I haven't seen another car like this. You know, and I can't wait to get into the goodies, man. And how are your goals going with your car?
So far, it's going good. Last year, my boss, Joey from Conflict Engine Motorsports,
Shout out to Joey.
He was like, let's go enter your car in Monter Street Hemi Shootout, and let's try the 1250 class because I was all motor car. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. First event was in Orlando.
Orlando Speed World.
We went there. It was a 2-day event. It was a Saturday and a Sunday. Saturday it was Diablo Horsepower Wars.
Okay.
This is the first event that I actually entered the car in competition league drag racing. So don't get me wrong, I was a little nervous and stuff. That event we came in 4th place.
Okay.
Then the day after, my dad called me. He was like, "Look, you got this. You came in 4th place. Now let's try to go win something."
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So then I guess I just had the beginner's luck, and we fought through 95 degree weather all day long.
Yeah, that's a fight.
And
I don't care where you live.
And we ended up coming in 1st place in the class. All class winners racing a round robin bracket style class called King of the Hill.
Okay.
And I ended up drawing Scott Vogler from American Muscle Performance in his 426 Challenger he calls Agent Orange.
Okay.
I drew him, And I don't know what happened. I guess my foot slipped off the brake or something. And the red lighting. I don't know. I just knew I read it, so I just went. And then I just seen her fly by and pulled the parachute.
For those who don't know what red light is or red lighting is, explain to our viewers what red lighting is.
All right. So when you get to the tree, you have I want to say you have a good 7 to 10 seconds to bulb into your second one.
Right. That's the second set of bulbs
Second set
that turn on. Okay.
So you got your pre-stage, your stage, and then the actual tree.
Absolutely.
So then I went in my staging bulb, and I was on the limiter, and then I guess my foot slipped, and I went to go catch it. By the time they activated the tree,
you had already rolled.
I already rolled forward.
So your red light. So
right.
What he's saying is if the car leaves, there are sensors down there on the ground, and it will notice if the car moves past a certain spot before the light is green. And if that happens, you disqualified, or what they call red lighting. Your opponent automatically would win that race, regardless of how well you left, or how, some people, they just might consider it a test pass at that point, because you might as well get something out of it. What tree do you like? What kind of race tree do you like?
So far, I've been used to the Pro Tree, the
tree.
.400 and the .500 Pro Tree. I'll tinker with the Sportsman tree. I just don't like the Sportsman tree. I like to go bulbing, light and go.
How do you classify your 300?
I classify it as show car, drag car, street car, daily, you name it. It's got every piece of the puzzle that you need for it to be a consistent daily and a consistent daily on the track.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the fastest grocery getters on the street. Okay? You need that ice cream, that Ben & Jerry's you wanted before it melt? It's the man to call right here. A lot of people know you, dog, and I'm proud to know you. Like, you don't understand how that makes an older guy feel. I know how you hear me say how much older I am. I'm only 36, but watching a 24-year-old do something that I wish I could have done at your age, it's a testament, dog. And not only that, a testament to everyone. And the kids that's coming up behind you. And once again, never be afraid to follow your dreams. All it takes is one person to believe in who they are, and you'll end up on a Hot Rod magazine somewhere. Correct. With a sponsor. But a lot of people don't understand the hardship that comes with it. There's hardships that come with it. You're looking at your gas needle drop every 4 miles. It's got to be something.
I mean, there's really no negativity about the car.
Okay.
I mean, if you build a race car and you watching the gas needle,
you don't need to be driving.
Yeah, you don't need to be driving.
Right.
The only downside of it is when something goes wrong and we gotta pick our brains trying to figure out what's wrong with the car and how can we fix it, how fast can we get the part, whenever we can find it, if it's a tune, how fast the tuner can fix it for us.
Right.
It's just
Right.
it's just the little things.
Right. Now it's time to show these people what you really got. They see it. Y'all see it. Y'all ready to come see it? Yeah. Tell everybody what's the name of the car.
The name of the car is called Depth Trap. Everybody was like, why'd you choose that name? I was like, I chose it because something different. Plus, you don't think about how much money you spend.
Depth Trap. Just so we heard depth, like how you're in depth.
We have a red-eye heat exchanger to cool down the blower on the track.
Okay.
Then a good buddy of mine from Orlando, he actually sold me this Stage 6 two-step.
Okay, Stage 6 two-step.
It's just to help me launch a little bit better.
You got that leg maker on here.
Correct.
So you're making some real power.
The car makes about 615, 620.
Which is extremely impressive, by the way. Like that Japanese car that just went by over there. First of all, much respect to the Japanese community. We like y'all cars, but we do y'all another night. This is about this. Yeah, this is a fantastic machine, man. Mm-hmm. Fantastic machine, man. So let's move on to the inside. What we got here? I always love how those dashes light up blue like that, man. That is so great.
We actually got the Kirky seat.
Okay.
It weighs, with me in the car, the seat weighs about 15 to 20 pounds. I weighed the car with me in the car at Rockingham. With me out of the car, it weighs 4,200 pounds. With me in the car, it weighs 4,400 pounds.
Yeah, we're still fat. We're fat. Listen, we're fat. Okay, they don't call us boats for nothing. But hey, man, let me tell you something. Just so y'all understand, this ain't no boat. All right, land yacht. You heard me.
This is my Instagram handle.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is my race number.
Okay. The big mod, in addition to that power plant, which is this tire right here. Tell us about this monster's wheel that you got back here.
It's a 17 by 9.5.
17 by 9.5.
World racing wheel, aluminum wheel.
Okay.
It's on a Mickey Thompson ET Street R. The size is 305 45 17. I have no issues with it.
Yeah, I bet you would. I
looks-
see no exhaust tips.
Correct.
So what's that about?
We decided to lose some weight and also in the rear. And
Okay.
get rid of the factory exhaust. And
Okay.
we went with some custom race dumps.
Okay.
3-inch race dumps.
Yeah.
They dump off right here in front of the diff.
Those are the electric.
No.
Are they electric or you just got them? You just got them cut, turned down. Yeah, got them. You know, a lot of cars, run in that fashion. I actually did it on my Caprice. I had to turn down. What I did, I cut them and turned them down right before the rear axle. And man, let me tell you, you're talking about kicking up dust as you roll over, but the drone and the sound, and I'm sure this car is pretty loud.
It's loud, but when you're cruising, you don't really have a drone. And I thought I was going to have drone when I did it, and that wasn't the case.
Well, you heard them, folks. Safety first. Okay, pretty soon, this car's gonna have a parachute behind it. A boy's gonna run through them beams, hit that button, push that lever. You know what that lever is? Parachutes. So there it is, folks. We sure like to thank 300 Chris for coming out today with us and giving us a few minutes of his time. Myself, Vars, in the collaboration with Lady Steel Productions. So, we'll be doing more segments like this, bringing behind the wheel to the forefront. Listen, if there was a 300 that I was a fan of, it's this one. And he's for real about his, and he's genuine. Probably one of the most humble guys that you can ever see, and that's what we like, man. When y'all see him out there, y'all know who he is now. You can find me on my Instagram, Vars_08. And that'll be it, fam. We'll catch y'all next time.